Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna try something today. I don't know if y'all be interested or not, but we're gonna do Mountain Man's fried chicken. It's the way I like to fry chicken, and I'm gonna this here is it's just flour meal, breadcrumbs, there's onion powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper. That's everything in this little bag. And quit trying to snort the screen. Come on now. Okay. And right here, I got some drumsticks. As you can see, they've been soaking. I've had them soaking in brine water overnight. And that way the salt, kind of gets into the meat a little better. But me take this down and I'll show you. Hold on just a second. This is a deep fryer pot. It's a cast iron deep fry pot that my sister brought me. And I'm going to attempt to make some chicken in it. Let me get you set up. You can see this, and then we'll go from there. Okay. I turned my little deep fryer on. It's on 8, whatever that be. It's right below high. And what I'm going to do is, now, I don't put egg and all that on my chicken. I just take this and take this chicken leg, stick it down in there. You can do 2 if you want to at a time. And close them up. Give them a good shake. And it'll coat them nicely. And then when those are coated, go ahead and add you 2 more. Give them a nice shake. I don't know how many's in here, but I'm gonna add 2 more. And I'll let them kind of drip a little bit to kind of take a little of the moisture off of them. And it's coating them real nice. And what I'm going to do is let the grease get hot. So when I put them in there, it don't take the breading off the chicken. If you put it in there now, the grease, as it heats up, just decoats, debreads your chicken. And we don't want to do that. Now, I like leaving mine in here and just setting it down. Let me run this over to the sink and pour it out. Okay, now I'm waiting for this to come to temperature, and the way I check it is, let me get a little cup of water. It don't take a lot, just a little bit. I don't know if I can show you without pouring it out. But what I do is, my hands are clean, but I dip my finger down that water and flick it into that pan. Now, as you didn't hear no saying that the grease was angry at me, that means we need to leave the pot going a little longer. So I'll lean you over here so you can see the pot. And see, I'll just take my finger, put it in this water, and flick it. Now you can see right there, it's starting to move a little bit, which means it's coming to temperature, but it still needs a couple more minutes. Now, remember, you need enough oil to float your chicken. So I'm going to add just a little bit more to this and try to pull it up to not hardly half. Now I can hear it kind of crackling, which means, the temperature is coming up. every now and again, take your chicken and just flip it, and it'll keep, putting more breading on your chicken. Nope, we're not hardly there yet. And when you put your chicken in the pan, you want to see it fry all the way around the chicken. And what that does is that seals the breading on your chicken and helps it hold moisture in to the chicken. It's a getting there. If you can listen, I'll be quiet so you can hear it. Hear that crackling? That means that your grease is getting up to temperature. It'll be just another few minutes now. You got to be patient doing this, because if you rush it, you're just going to wash the breading off your chicken. But what I like to do during this time is just keep, putting this over my chicken back and forth and get as much breading as I can on those pieces of chicken. And I'll do that during the whole process as I fry all this chicken. Now I'm going to put the cup of water back here, and I'm going to go get a pot to put right here with a strainer over it, so when my chicken comes out, I can lay it up in it, and it'll drain the grease back out, and I can put it back in the pot later. Can you hear it getting angrier? Hear it crackling and popping? That's what you want to hear. I will stop the video until this is about ready, and then we'll come back. Now this has little holes in it, and I'm going to put it in this pot so when I put the chicken in there, it can drain. And it's held off the bottom of that pot just a little bit. Okay, once again, I'm going to wet my finger and throw it in there. It's not hardly ready. We can take and put a thermometer in there to see when the grease gets hot enough. And right now it's just at, well, it's still going up, about 165 degrees. So that's not hardly hot enough. Like I said, patience. Okay, we're at about 175, moving towards 200. I'm going to say we need to be about 300 to 350 degrees. I've never actually checked the temperature. I always just, now when this does get ready and you flick that water in there, it's going to go, and that means it's hot and ready to go. But see how I don't like that water going in there? It starts to crack and pop. It'll just do that a lot quicker when it's just when it comes to temperature. I'll keep checking the temperature so when it does get to temperature, I can tell you what it is. Right now, it's just up to 200. And I have a pair of tongs to get them out with. Because I want this grease really hot when I go to put this chicken in there. I'm going to stir my chicken again, run it down through the bread, the seasonings. Okay, let's check the temperature. We're at right at 240 degrees. It's not hard to make 250 degrees. You hear that? We're getting there. Yeah, we're starting to get close. Hear how angry it sounds? That's what we're looking for. Right there, it's at about 275 degrees and coming up. You hear us doing? Now that's getting real close. We're almost at 300 degrees. So what I'll do is I'll take one of the pieces of chicken out of the bag and see how it sizzles around that chicken. That's what you want to see right there. So I'm going to say right close to 300 degrees you can get. Now remember, don't overload your skillet. If it only holds 3 or 4 pieces, that's fine because we don't want to crowd it or cool the grease down too much. I think I'm only going to get 4 in this one, and that's okay. Now we're going to sit here and let this fry till it hits an internal temperature of 180 degrees. I've been told till it floats, but I don't know for sure. But it only takes a second to poke that thing down to the bone of them pieces of chicken and see, what temperature they're at. Now tell me that ain't pretty. Now I don't want to stir it or move it much because once again it'll make that bread come off. And here in a few minutes I'll turn it over one time and let the bread seal on the other side too, and let it seal in the moisture. Now after this is done, I'm gonna slice these potatoes and have some fried potatoes with it when the chicken is done. And what I'm doing is thinly slicing these potatoes about that thin. And that way they'll fry up nice and crisp when it comes time to fry the potatoes. Okay, here's the potato slice. And once the chicken all comes out, I'll show you what I'm gonna do with the potatoes. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this over one time, or turn it completely over. Let me put it that way. I wish you could smell how good this smells. Okay, we're going to continue to let it fry. But you see how nice and brown that chicken is? It's well seasoned and everything. But I'll let you watch this skillet fry, then I will do the next one off the camera, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with the potatoes. Now you can take your temperature thing and push it right through that chicken and make sure you hit the bone. And right now it's just about 105 degrees inside. And we're looking for about 180 internal temperature. If that don't make you hungry and make you want to fix supper, I don't know what will. Okay, I'm going to let you go until this is ready to come out. And I have the other ones done. Oh, I'll show you the temperature on it, and I'll come back to you and show you when it's ready to come out. And then we'll fry the next batch, and then I'll show you what I'm doing with the potatoes. Okay, you can see we have exceeded 180 degrees, and that's what we want. Anything above 180 is fine. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out and show you what it looks like. Look how brown and crisp. Now I'm going to lay it over in this bowl so the grease can drain out of it. Back into another pot. I know people put them on paper towels and stuff, but I just rather do mine in this bowl, and that way it gets a better drain on the grease. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put 4 more pieces in, and go ahead and get them fried. Now, when you get a big chicken leg like this, sometimes it'll take it a minute longer to come to temperature. So that's why I like to check the temperature on each leg. Like that small leg was at 200, where the big leg would have been at 180 degrees. Okay, what I wanted to show you I was going to do is, here's the bag. It had the breading for the chicken in it. I'm going to take my potatoes and drop them down in there too. I'm going to zip it up and coat my potatoes with this breading like this. See, and that way, all of it ain't going to go to waste. And it'll give the taters some seasoning so that they're just not got salt and pepper on them. But I'm still shaking them up. And see, How they, I don't know if you can see it or not, but see how they got that bread coating on them? That's what you want to see. Now, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off and fry this chicken. And when it's done, I'll show you putting the potatoes in and them coming out. So I'll be right back with you. Now that all the chicken's out of the skillet, I'm going to drop some potatoes in there. And once again, I'm not looking to crowd the skillet. I want them to have room to fry and not take the breading off of them. Okay, give me just a second. I'll be back. I had to get something to get them out with. But I want you to look how brown and pretty that chicken is. That's the grease running back into the pot, the skillet. But I want you to look at that chicken. Now you tell me where you can get prettier chicken at than Mountain Man's Country Kitchen. Now I'm going to use this to put the French fries in. The potato chips in, or whatever you want to call them, fried potatoes, as they come off. This is probably not the healthiest meal you can eat, but it's probably one of the best tasting meals you can eat. Now we want these to get golden brown and be just a little bit crunchy. Now, if you don't like yours crunchy, fry them to however you like them. But with me, I like mine to be just a little bit crunchy. But see how pretty they're getting? Right there, I got two stuck together. I'm going to try to separate them. That happens sometimes. You can't help it. Well, that tater I don't want to turn over. But these will have the same flavor and seasoning as your chicken. And they'll have that nice little bread coating on them too, to give them a little extra crunch. But I mean, man, that's right. An old man can cook. What about that? This what happens when you let an old mountain man get used to living by himself and not having a woman cook for him. He learns to cook for himself. Now, if y'all like these recipes and want to see more, just write down in the comments, and we can do more. But if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. We're moving up really quick. I mean, you know, we're not like, you know, millions or tens of thousands of subscribers. But I am tickled to death with every subscriber. And I appreciate every one of you. No matter if you was here from the start or just got, you know, subscribed and found the channel. But see how pretty and golden brown them is, and they're floating. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take them out, drain them best I can on this spoon. Put them over here in this bowl. I'll bring them back over in a second so you can look at them. I want to get them out of the grease before they get too far done. But look at that. Okay, I'm going to add some more to it. Now this will be enough for 2 or 3 meals of potatoes and stuff. But I just didn't want to waste the seasoning that was in this bag. And I know there'll be people talking about cross-contaminating, but I'm frying every bit of it. You can see that. And this hot grease should kill anything that was in there. If it would kill it out of the chicken, you know, surely it would kill it out of the potatoes too. But right here is the end result. See how nice and brown and crispy? They're fluffy in the middle, crispy on the outside. They're crispy on the outside, fluffy in the middle. And man, that is good. I'll let you watch this batch fry, and then I'll let you go, and I'll make me a plate and sit down and eat. I may let you see the plate, but let me go ahead and grab one. Now we're going to put 2 of these beautiful chicken legs on this plate. And then we're going to put the fries on the side. And look at there. Tell me that ain't a meal fit for a king. Alrighty. I thank you all for coming and watching the video. Let me know if you want to see more recipes like this. And we'll continue going, you know, doing them. Please subscribe and like the video. And I will let you go. Let me get you up here. And I'll say, y'all have a good day, a blessed day. Be good to each other. And we'll see you on the next video.